Dover, England, is a large port town that's located 33 kilometres, that's 22 miles, from France. It is the closest part of the United Kingdom to mainland Europe, and is often seen as the door to the kingdom. To keep that door guarded, the town boasts the impressive Dover Castle. Join us as we explore this magnificent place. To give this tour justice, you need a presenter of substance and style. We can't afford that, so instead you're stuck with a drama student that's found himself in his late 30s, not in Hollywood, and is desperate for money.
That's right. Me.
After a spot of breakfast, we head into the town itself. Here we are, walking through the town, and up to the castle. No, we still seem to be walking through the town. What? Uh-huh. Took you an hour to write the script, and I've read it in 5 minutes. Oh, we are doing well, aren't we? We better go write the other half of the script then. I'll sit here and improvise, or what have you. Yes, look, we're walking. There we are, walking along. Walking. Very shaky cam. Very shaky cam. Walking along, up a hill, down a hill, up a hill. Oh, I'm getting motion sickness. Need to get one of those stabilized camera pod, tripod things. The White Horse, yes, very good, great pub. This old church here, bombed during the Second World War. Up the road. It's all uphill. If you don't like going uphill, don't go to the castle. It's a lot of uphill. Yep, up some stairs. Look at those stairs. Aren't they very stairs-like? Walk along there, yes. Yep, nice path. There we are, Dover Castle. Up that hill. Run. Who am I kidding? There's no running. It's slow, middle-aged waddle. See? Stop. Breathe. Don't die. Keep on. Almost there. It's a good day's exercise going to the castle. Nice view. And up more stairs. Walking upstairs. Don't we all love walking upstairs? Walking upstairs. Almost there. Oh, goodness. Thank God we sped this up. And there's the castle. Oh, look. We have a bit of a script now. Right then. Firstly, look at that view. Dover Castle, situated on top of a hill, has a dominating view of its surroundings and boasts gorgeous views in all directions. On a clear day, one can even see France. The castle, one of the largest in Britain, is often called the key to England and has been a major defensive position since pre-Roman times. In fact, the bell tower, which sits next to the Saxon church, is an upgraded Roman lighthouse, a Pharaoh's lighthouse. Right, well, we have a lot of interesting facts to share, but we'll get to them as we go along. In the meantime, let's just enjoy this little walk. As you can see, there's a large number of people. Dover Castle is a rather popular tourist attraction, with hundreds of thousands of people coming through every year. Now, this video was actually shot over several days during peak hours and off-peak hours. There were some events going on, and there were some quiet Friday afternoons. AA gun from the Second World War. Once again, fantastic view. It's even better when it's a clear sky. There's the port of Dover. Large numbers of ferries and tour ships and cruise liners all come through there. It's one of the busiest channel ports on the planet. And in the distance you can just about make out France. Beautiful. Back to the castle. And we've magically moved up the hill. Again, another fantastic view. Somebody from World War II reenactments over there. That's the NAFI building. It's catering, if you're American, for military people. You can get a good cup of tea and a slice of cake while waging war. Once again, if you don't like going uphill and a lot of walking, this is not the place for you. Might have been my chair squeaking, might have just been my knees. You'll never know. Old video from last year. As I said, the video was shot over a couple of months. Different times, different seasons. Really need to buy a stabilizer. Good lord. Where are we heading to now? If we could focus, I would be able to point it out. I think that's the officers' barracks, but I might be wrong. Another view. Yeah, it looks like the officers' barracks. Yeah, some more pieces from the Second World War. Very nice. Over there is a statue of Admiral Ramsay. He was in charge of Operation Dynamo, the evacuation of British and Allied forces from Dunkirk in France. 1940. And here's a view of on top of where Operation Dynamo happens. Again, another fantastic view. Officers' barracks. Part of the town. And once again, you can't actually see France. Been a great summer this year. English summer 2023. Can't see a thing. Cloudy skies almost every day. Even as I'm recording this, it's actually raining outside. Yes, that's the officers' barracks. Like my little pink armband there that they gave me for entry. Entrance can be $20, maybe $30 per adult. They have, compensations for children. Special events might cost more. Fortunately, I joined the Friends of Dover Castle, so I get free entry for most days, or I just pay a small amount of money. Wonderful old gun. Now we're further along, I see. Up on the Second World War bits, I think. There's numerous tunnels, trenches, defensive pieces going back to, well, medieval times. So these guns here, they would have been from the French Revolution, Napoleonic Wars, and so forth. The castle's been used for defense for nearly 1,000 years. Well, they added a lot more to the castle during the time of the French Revolution, due to fear of invasion from Republican France and then from later Napoleon's new empire. I think those are 6-pound cannons. Or they're 12-pounders, one or the other. Either way, you don't want to get hit by a cannonball. Unless you're into that sort of thing, and who am I to judge? See more on the old ramparts. More shaky cam. Yes, professional we are not. This is a Mickey Mouse outfit. Older looking gun, very nice. England's green and pleasant land. It's AA gun from the Second World War. There's the Saxon church, that dates back to the 800s, I believe. Officers' barracks, it's the 1800s. Lots of people walking along the pathways. It's a great day's walk. If you like to get out, wander the White Cliffs. Ah, sheep and cars and the old medieval bits. And we're outside Henry II's Norman Keep. This was built in the 1100s by the then Norman kings of England to shore up the defences at the castle. When William the Conqueror took England in 1066, he did shore up the defences at the castle, but it was only temporary. They finally built something more solid and permanent. Now the maintenance and care it goes into trying to keep these places up and running and restoring the bits that are broken is always impressive. Cross into the keep itself now, or the outer walls of the keep. There's the keep itself. There's a little shop, there's lots of other things of interest, little exhibits. They even have interactive tours and things. There's a lot of work currently going on at Dover Castle. They're expanding the, I believe it's the northern section of the castle. They're putting in new tours and all sorts of other stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like next year. Tour guides and the like. Lots of tourists. No eating or drinking inside the keep, but filming is perfectly fine. In fact, it's encouraged. So, a private chapel there. slowly. A lot of steep steps. Certainly not easy on your knees, Dover Castle. Then I suppose that's the point. It's not to make it easy to get in, it's to make it easy to get out. When you're charging downhill with a sword in your hand, chasing off the enemies. And there have been enemies. In 1216 the castle was besieged by the French. During the First Barons' War. For a couple of months it was under French assault. Never taken though, but there's still signs of damage outside. Norman helmets, kite shields. Crossbow, your bolts. It is rather loud to walk around in here. It's a wooden floor. Makes a hell of a thud when you stomp around. Arrow slits. Can't see anything out of them though. Too cloudy. A dark hole. Small throne room. Good to be the king. And red curtains. Well done. Well filmed. Magnificent. Royal jewels, obviously. The orbs, the crown. Wonderful. Obviously they're replicas, not the real thing. Real thing are in the Tower of London. We think. Go onto the roof of the keep, which is where we're heading now. And a long, tough walk if you're not used to walking. Magnificent view though once we're up there. There's the town. Little corridors and inner rooms and all sorts in there. Interesting. The town again. Just across you can see the drop redoubt sitting on the Western Heights, which is another rather decently sized fortress to help guard the town of Dover and to guard England. Complementary, the pair of them. The drop redoubt on one side, Dover Castle and Fort Burgoyne. And then down the road from Dover Castle is Deal, Walmer Castle, Rochester and finally up to London. even Canterbury had a small castle. A ring of decent defences in Kent. Beautiful. Dover's not the biggest of towns, but we'll get to that one day. We'll have a nice walk around. Sealed off areas. It's wonderful to walk around places that people have walked around in 1,000 years ago. Makes you feel like you're part of history. And more stairs. Almost to the top. That's the town proper. View over the edge. I am absolutely terrified of heights. So I obviously didn't go towards the edge and record this. I sort of stood a good distance away and hung the phone over the edge of the building. I really am not designed for going to high places. I'm gonna buy a selfie stick. I think I can hang that off the edge of the building next time we get a better view. The courtyard below, very nice. More of the town. Now I'm getting scared watching this back. French siege, buildings, barracks, so forth. The barracks has a wonderful war display in it. We'll get round to that later. Once more, church, keep, building, towers, lighthouse, beautiful. Great view, just awful to be up that high. Back inside the keep. Royal bedroom, dining hall, nice bed. Slowly we wander down the stairs to get out. Great. Let's see where we are now. Yep, nice room, lots of armour and weapons, kite shields. There used to be an exit there, they've sealed that off, obviously for the 2024 developments. Be interesting to see when it reopens what they've got outside. And some nice mail. The real deal. Replica, but a real replica. And weighty, as you'd expect from mail. There's the kitchens. Impressive size. You can just see dozens of staff baking bread, cooking and so forth. Making beer, wine, whatever was needed. Old fireplace. Almost there. There we are, climbed to the top of the castle. Imagine this keep. How do I feel? Terrified, nervous. Got the shakes. I really am not an adventurous sort. I'm holding Chris Broad responsible for this channel. He inspired me to create something. He's born in Kent and lives in Japan and films his life in Japan. Well, I'm from South Africa. I now live in Kent, so I thought I'd film my life. He's a lot more adventurous than I am. I think I'll have to dedicate 13 episodes to best pub crawls in Kent. Maybe 13,000 episodes, depending how my nerves hold up. Right, let's go to the churches. As you can see, World War II soldiers standing around an old trebuchet. A mix of medieval and modern. This was all filmed during a World War II event. There's a nice tank over there. Jeep. If you can hear any background noise, it's probably just trucks driving past my house because I do live on the main road. German military, the Americans were there and British as well. Lots of replicas, lots of bits and pieces. Some wonderful displays. A lot of tourists. I was here on a Sunday, which was the final day of the event. It's good fun. Greta. Fantastic piece. More German tents. Plenty more tourists. There's the NAFI. A lot of people going for lunch. Myself included. What you see here is the Americans handing out bazookas to the children. It's nice of them. Some nice replica items. Wonderful old plane. And a nice automobile. Imagine what it was like to fly those. I can't, I'm terrified of heights, but I'm sure somebody got a rush out of that. Plenty of tourists getting ready for the big battle, which is a decent little showpiece. Went on for quite a while, so we've edited that down for a few highlights. Right then, so after all that violence, it's off to the church. St. Mary de Castro, or St. Mary sub Castro, or St. Mary in the castle. This is an old Saxon church. Dates back to about 1000 AD. The Saxons used bits of the Roman Pharaoh's lighthouse in the construction of this church. There's tiles and bits of mosaic and so forth scattered throughout the church. The church itself is still a functioning church. You can get married there if you want, or have a party or whatever one wants to do in the church these days. Serves the town, and it used to serve the garrison of the castle up until the 1970s, I think, when the castle was no longer garrisoned and handed over to English heritage as a historical site instead of an active military establishment. It's beautiful inside this building. What I've shown you so far is just a taste of Dover Castle, to be honest. There's the wartime tunnels, which you're not allowed to film in. It's a great interactive tour. There's the bunkers for the Cold War. There's other rooms, tunnels, barracks. There's quite a lot of stuff. We've seen probably half of what's available. Fantastic views as usual. A lovely day. Windy, but pretty nice. Officers' barracks again, which is still empty. They haven't restored that yet. There's the Pharaoh's lighthouse and the church. Magnificent. And there's lunch in the naffy. This is inside the old barracks. Lots of interesting historical things here, dating back to since the castle was first used, going through various wars. Marlborough's War, obviously. Battle of Blenheim, Mediterranean campaigns, the Caribbean War, struggle for Canada, the American Revolutions here, the French Revolution, Napoleonic Wars. Plenty of stuff to see. Queen Victoria's scarf, Victorian period. Boer Commando from the Boer War. Chaps from the First and Second World Wars in here. There's even a display of items from the villains of the Second World War. They've got a lot of their gear in here as well. Stuff that was captured during victorious battles. I hope you've watched until the end. That would be nice, Raven. Yes, Dover Castle. I've been here many times in the last decade. Every time it never fails to astound me. Look at how brilliant people can be, what things we can make, such beauty we can unleash. Even if it's in the name of defending your country, it's still glorious. The artistry, the craftsmanship, it's fantastic stuff. Now we see how the rest of this show goes, as I'm making it up as I go along. I think drop it out for the next episode, walk along the cliffs, then we might explore the town at a later date. That'll be nice. Then we'll go to the neighbouring towns, and obviously the city of Canterbury, and maybe one day we'll make it all the way to London. Not that anybody hasn't done tours of London before. So I'll leave you with that.